And between the two stands the second army of his own. With a word and a drum beat, the human slams into the orcs, slaying them all. With a word and a drum beat. No, I don't like it. An elf flanked by two others is surrounded by sturges. After a tap on her shield, the other elves unleash a flurry of spells. When the smoke clears, the sturges no more. Love it. Ooh, a little more flair. Look at that. Instead of just a normal grid. I like it. Hit dice. 2d4. That's different. Does that mechanically hit dice? Hit points a higher level. 2d4. Does anything else? Is anything else 2d4? Interesting. Shields, weapon, martial, broad tool set, musical instrument. I like that. Gonna definitely put the word tools down. Tim loves tools. And now, dexterity, charisma, dexterity. Oh wait, where's it's not? Is it not saying? Where's the quick build? No quick build. What do I want? I mean, I'm assuming there is going to be charisma as part of this, which is good and fine to me. All right, Commander Strike again. You have studied the ways of the warrior. Yeah, that's better. While you can hold your own in battle, you can also call upon your allies for aid. Starting at first level, you can use your action to have an ally that can see and hear you. The number of attacks increases to 2 when you reach 5th level in this class. 3 when you reach 11 in this class. You can have one ally make all possible attacks. Okay. I think this is the first one that has had Commander Strike attack multiple people. Or multiple times. When you take the attack action, this is the Battle Master, you can forego one of your attacks to use a bonus action to direct one of your companions to strike. When you do so, choose a friendly creature. So Commander Strike is already much better. So as we still get our attack action. I like that a lot. That's pretty cool. Multi-attack Commander Strike. I like it. I can't spell. Gotta have that. Whatever. Medic training. Love that part already. In addition to your combat training, you know how to treat basic wounds during a short rest. You may spend 5 minutes treating an ally. If you do, you may spend hit dice equal to that. Spend your hit dice. That's great. Any reason to use hit dice, in my opinion, is good. I feel like it's a thing we don't use very much. It's still required you're doing like a short rest, right? Oh, during a short rest, you may spend 5 minutes to treat an ally. If you do, does that mean... Does that mean that you can heal people faster than an hour? It almost sounds like you do need to still take the total hour, but you on top of that take 5 minutes, and you can use some of your hit dice to beef them up, which is pretty cool. I don't know, whatever. It's the fact that this is sort of trying to do low magic. I think we can have some fun with that. Expertise at second level, choose 2 of your skills or tool proficiencies. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make. Okay, so that's just like the rogue one, right? I like that. I think having another class that has expertise is very smart. And that really helps outside of your... out of combat, because I think another thing is we want to make a fighter that is good outside of combat with all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I agree, Sander. That's the thing is these are DM's Guild stuff, so there's going to be some wording that's a little weird, but whatever. we're fine. Tactical combat starting at 2nd level. And so far, at level 1, we don't have maneuvers or anything like that. We just have Commander Strike, which is fine, because that's the most important thing. Right there. Tactical combat starting at 2nd level. Your training allows you to perform various maneuvers. Your ability to do this is represented by a number of tactician points. Here we go. Your Warlord level determines the number of points you have, as shown as the tactician points column in the Warlords table. Okay, so like key points or sorceress points. You can spend these points to fuel various maneuvers. Maneuvers, love it. You start knowing 2 maneuvers specified at the end of this class. You learn additional maneuvers when you get da-da-da-da-da. When you spend a tactician point, it is unavailable until you finish a long rest, at the end of which you reflect on past battles and evaluate your performance. Love the lore, the flavor there. You must spend at least 1 hour of rest reflecting on your previous fights to regain your tactician points. Yeah, that's another thing of like, do I just have to now rest for 9 hours? Or what? I don't know. I mean, a long rest can just be you chilling and like being on your phone or whatever. I mean, I think you do have to sleep enough. Whatever. Tactical Archetype. At 3rd level, you begin to focus your tactics towards a particular expertise. Left from the Arcane Battlemaster, Bravado Commander, and the Ambusher Guild archetypes at the end of the class description. Maneuvers. Distract. When an adjacent creature would make a saving throw, you may spend a tactician point as a reaction to impose disadvantage. That's good. Feint. You feint an attack to signal an ally to strike. As a bonus action, you may spend a tactician point to allow an ally to make an attack against a creature adjacent to you both. How many? What are we getting? All right. Level 2, you get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. You get 1 per level. Neat. Guiding Strike. When you hit an enemy with an attack, you may spend 2 tactician points. 2, all of them. As a bonus action. So that's action, bonus action, all of your whatsits, so that your ally know where to attack. So the next 10 minutes, once per round, your allies can deal 1d12 extra damage when they hit the enemy attack. Now that's good. And it keys off of you hitting. So you don't say, I Guiding Strike them. It's you hit with an attack, then you may spend. So that's good. Yeah, it's just, Sander, if there's like, I'm just being silly in my mind of like, okay, you sleep for 8 hours. Oh shit, you forgot to reflect on your past battles. It's like, well, I dreamed about it. It's like, no, you did not. You did not dream about it. I woke up at 4 a.m. and thought about my past mistakes. I love that this Battlemaster, or this Warlord, is just anxiety and can't sleep and has this an hour every night reflecting on how you could have done battle good. Spiral motions. As an action, you may spend a tactician point to grant adjacent ally a melee attack against a creature adjacent to them. An ally may then move 5 feet without provoking an attack. That's pretty good. When an adjacent ally would make a ranged attack, you may spend a tactician point as a reaction. If you do, that ally ignores disadvantage in the attack roll. Huh. With long range, that's pretty good. Not great. Vengeful Strike. When an ally would be reduced to 0 hit points or less, you may spend a tactician point as a reaction to have that ally. May make a melee attack. Okay. Arcane Battlemaster probably won't be. None of those maneuvers really blow my skirt up, but it's also, again, remember, the not blowing my skirt up is sometimes a positive, because that means it's not overly broken. Or downtime healing? Yeah, I'll know what I mean when I see that later. Arcane Battlemaster. For what I'm going with, I'm not going to use that. Bravado Commander. For those who care less about book learnings and more about results. Okay. Followers of the Bravado tradition choose to use bold, often reckless tactics that yield much greater rewards. I love it. Medicine and Persuasion. Love it. I know what I'm doing! At 3rd level, you can create openings for your allies to exploit. When you use Commander Strike, you may allow an adjacent enemy to make a single melee attack against you. Huh? If the target chooses not to make the attack, When you use Commander Strike, you may allow an adjacent enemy to make a single melee attack against you. If the target chooses not to make the attack, one ally makes one of their attack rolls against the target with advantage. If the target's attack is a critical hit, it becomes a normal hit, and one of your allies' attacks against the target becomes a critical hit. I don't know what that means. So... weird. That's really weird. So you're basically saying hit me, and then they do it. And then if they crit you, it's not a crit. Then... But why would they never make the attack? Yeah, so you have a 1 in 20 chance of getting a crit. That's not good. Anything I'm missing here? I can't quite see any... If it was like they have to attack you on their turn. That's, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, that's how I'm reading. It's only helpful if they crit or decide not to. It's called the Phoenix Technique. At 7th level, your allies rely on your confidence to lead them whenever you are reduced to 0 hit points or fewer. Each ally can make one melee attack against the creature that reduces their... I like that. That's fun. That's good. I think this is flavorful in a very silly way, but it's a dog shit level 3 archetype or bonus, you know, when other classes are getting the ability to... do whatever other class you've played. If you've played D&D, you know what's up. That's hilarious. Okay, what about this ambusher? Maybe we've got something cool. You live outside the realms of honor and even the law. Ooh, you specialize in setting up ambushes. Stealth side. Okay, so far the beginning of this was kind of neat. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. At 3rd level, you find your ability to set up an ambush. If you spend at least 10 minutes of your allies set up an ambush, you designate a 200 square foot area using 10-foot square increments. While within this area, you and your allies are considered to be proficient in stealth skill. In addition, you don't include your group's lowest dexterity stealth check when determining surprise. To use this feature, you must have a vague map of the area you wish to designate. The map can be elaborate paper chart or just some lines in the mud. Okay, so we're not using this one. But it has some really fun flavor. Someone should collaborate with Matthew Hall and make this better. Not saying... I think what's here is really cool. And I could definitely see if you're playing a low magic setting, this would be super rad. And you would get tons of bonus stuff. So if it's a situation where, like, okay, your paladin can't actually do that paladin thing where they sack a spell or something like that, then yeah, some of these things are better. So just not a right fit. I'm going to put low magic. Over... Oopsies. Oopsies. Yeah, if there's not, like, a world where you have a cleric that can just pray the pain away, then... Oh, yeah, Sanders, I forgot to say what I'm doing. I'm playing a Lost Mine of Phandelver game, and I've always wanted to play a Warlord in 5th edition, so I'm using the Lost Mines of Phandelver game as an excuse to learn the Lost Mines of Phandelver, just because I've always heard it's the, you know, like, best... what does this do? No. Sorry. I was playing with things. Stop, Tim. I've broken it. I've always heard the Lost Mines of Phandelver is like the best starter adventure, so I wanted to play it. And I was like, hey, I've always liked Warlords and what they do, so let's test that here too. Alright, so we're done with this one. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Keeping these two up because I like them, and they seem sort of broken. Or not broken, but you know. All right. Warlord 2 by Alex Lutty. Hasn't been updated since it was posted, as far as we can tell, in 2016. I am curious if there's just a ton of special classes. Like, hey, 5th edition doesn't have this. Let's add it there. I know when Jennifer played a warden, we did that as well. Ever want to be the general of an army? Do you want to be the master of laying ambushes for you and your allies to exploit? Now you can with the Warlord class. The Warlord is meant to be the ultimate 5th man of the venturing party. Your allies are good enough to hold their own, but with you as a Warlord, you maximize their effectiveness. During combat, you can grant your allies additional attacks each round. When it's time to put the swords away, you step into bandage wounds and use your superior training to continue aiding your allies. That's great. I love it. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Updating my Gurgle doc. Let's just copy this whole thing, I guess. Was it Lutty? Luty. L-U-T-Y. This playlist is hilarious and inconsistent. Okay. Thank you for joining me for this essentially not campaign prep, but like player character prep, which is fun. Oh, get rid of this. 6 pages. Move swift as the wind and closely formed as the wood. Attack like the fire and be still as the mountain. That's so true. Shouting curses and oaths, Dwarven commander lines up his soldiers, taking his place in the line. As the goblins charge forward, the commander calls on his troops to hold ground as he hefts his axe over his head to strike the first raider that comes within range. A half-orc chieftain gathers his fighters around him, ordering them to take their places for an ambush. As the fat merchant leads his train down the path, the chieftain signals to his warriors. With a bird call, arrows begin to fly. Okay. A warlord is a veteran fighters, but also veteran commanders. They are not simply skilled combatants personally, but are capable of driving others to great feats as well. What? Is this another song? I'm on random. Stop with the spooky violin music. Is that what that is? I don't know. They are not simply skilled combatants personally, but are capable of driving others to great feats as well. Trained with all weapons and most forms of armor and shields, warlords use their combat skills rather than divine or magic ability to power allies. That's what we're going for. Great flavor text. Gotta throw it up for that, because it seems like we want to make sure that when we're starting, that me and the person, you know, that are designing the supplement are doing it, because, you know, there's other ways to look at warlords. Charismatic. There you go. Warlords use their skill to bolster their allies along with their charisma and intelligence. Let's add the word cha right here, baby. They're leaders of significant renown and have spent a significant portion of their lives on the field of battle and training. I can't read. Or training warriors in the martial arts. These are not simple commanders of the city, watch, or chieftains of far-flung human tribes. Instead, they are leaders of exceptional skill. Soldiers who have led men against dire odds and been successful. It is weird, the idea of, like, you've done all these things, but now you're level 1. Let's do it, baby. Let's save that rat catcher. To build a warlord, consider 2 things. What is your background as a fighter? What sort of command did you have before becoming an adventurer? Were you a brutal mercenary captain, the leader of a group of bandits, a chieftain? Quick build. Strength or dex? Good. Second, charisma. Third, con. Alright, so the skills line up exactly with what we want, which is good. 1d10 per warlord level, normal. Okay. Saving throws, int, and charisma. Okay. Like you're smart enough to know not to fail certain things. Who's to say? Not really been looking too much at the equipment. Only care about proficiency if it's like tools or whatever. Alright. Bravado die is what they're going to say in here. I like it. Fighting style. Okay, this one has a fighting style. Some of the other ones didn't, which is kind of interesting to me. Because you'd assume that fighting style and, you know, whatever their version of superiority die would be pretty consistent. Yeah. I think fighting style is good, and I like it. That's my opinion. Oops. What is this music? We're leaving it on. It's spooky. I don't think any of these are probably different. With a bellowing shout, you cause your allies' chest to swell as you strike out against your enemies. When you hit an enemy with an attack, you can grant an ally within 30 feet of you temporary hit points equal to your trial. That's great. Inspiring leader. Good. Temp hit points when you attack is good. Yeah, that is like something that I want very much so. And I see here I get an extra attack, so boom boom. It doesn't seem to be any limiter on that. So if I hit twice at 5th level, that's, you know, however many. Lord of Battle. At 2nd level, your leadership abilities allow you to better position your allies. This ability is fueled by your bravado dice. Maneuvers. You learn 2 maneuvers of your choice as described below. Bravado dice. You begin with 4 bravado dice. 4 seems to be pretty average. Let's look up the fighter again. How many? You learn 3 maneuvers and 4 superiority dice. So this one is 2 maneuvers, 4 dice. Pretty similar. Level 3, you choose a stratagem you wish to use less than field battle. Choose the band, company, or the horde. Alright. Alright, and we don't really care anything past level 5 or so. So stratagems, you get to pick a few of the, you know, your subclass, so to speak. Becoming a warlord means mastering both your own martial abilities and learning to guide the abilities of your companions. Alright, so stratagem of the band. I like the naming of these so far. Those command bands of men often do so for personal gain or perhaps against foes of oppression rather than out of duty. These men rely on their cunning and skill for manipulation of terrain and numbers to ensure that they and their allies have the upper hand. Cool. You start at leading small groups of warriors in nighttime raids is unpaired. Your skill, excuse me. When you choose this avatar at 3rd level, you gain proficiency in stealth. Okay. As your companions... Okay, you only get proficiency in stealth at 3rd level. That is not good. Stratagem of the company. Your training comes from real military discipline. Those that lead bands are fighters. Wall of Iron. You get proficiency in heavy armor. Huh. Seems a little weak to Tim. Each of them only giving... Huh. Very strange. Alright, unfortunately... Well, let's look at the maneuvers. Maybe some of them are good. When you take the attack action on your turn, you forgo one of your attacks and use a bonus action to direct on your companions. Okay, so if this is just these... Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well... This one kind of fell apart. But maybe... Again, it's possible in a world where all the other options are too powerful. This one, it's just like you literally don't get anything for level choosing your subclass, right? Because it's basically a battle master built in, and then when you get to your subclass, then you get proficiencies. And maybe some of these level 7 ones are badass, but But, you know, the class itself is good. I kind of like the idea of mashing this Warlord with that other Warlord. But let's continue on. We have a lot more to go through. Alright, this one is... What's next? Boop. Alright, this is the Warlord by Jody Lee Johnson. It's a silver. 12 ratings, 4 stars. Okay. Now, the thing with this, though, is I think it's 2 separate classes. Maybe. I don't know. I downloaded 2 things. Whatever. Yeah, what's the Marshal? What's the difference? Let's open it. The Marshal. The Warlord. The Warlord class archetype. The Marshal class what's the difference here, friends? Let's find out. Is it this? I love if it was the same thing, but just a different word. A battle-hardened drummer. A battle-hardened drummer. Huh. Very confused by this, and I'm focusing on it. Even when I shouldn't. So yeah, this is by Jody Lee Johnson. The Warlord class with 6 archetypes. 6? Wowie. Excuse me. Also updated in 2016. Restore hit points, resuscitate the recently killed, and spur your allies to action. A non-magical support class. For campaigns or players looking for less magical means to evading their allies. Love it. The full Warlord class with subclasses Scald, a battle musician, diplomat, a director of others, Chevalier. Cavalier. I don't know how to say that word. I'd say Chevalier. Steed and soldier acting as one. I'm a horse. Healer. Focus on restoring hit points. Commander. Leader in the front. Beast handler. That's kind of neat. The diplomat is a new addition to the revised Marshal, included in Jolie's obvious Arcana, which includes more background material and alternate rules. Okay. Yeah, maybe the Marshal is just like what she had in a different thing. I don't know. But so far the most reviews of anyone that we've had, which is nice. This is not the printer-friendly version, but that's me, not them that did this. A battle-hardened drummer bangs out a rousing cadence as he throws dart-like drumsticks and calls out opportunistic strikes to his allies. A fierce elven battle maiden and her trusty steed turn in the fray, lashing out with hoof and sword. Nearby, an academy cadet encourages her companions to success as they deflect blows and surge forth under her inspiring words. All right, Warlords are the servant leaders of the battlefield in heroic quest. I like it. Such weird music. But I like it. I like the randomness. I love the chaos. 1d8, pretty normal. Herbalism kit, interesting. Proficiency with the herbalism kit, I guess. Maybe so you can make healing stuff while out. Oh, look, that weed is good. Wisdom, charisma, starting off good. You start off instead if you should purchase certain equipment. That's interesting. Giving you the multi-class prereqs there. I like it. Something called command points. Let me guess. What's that going to be? It'd be interesting if certain classes got better proficiency bonuses. They might. I don't remember. Grant Vitality. They also does not say which you should... what skills you should be taking. It seems probably strength or dex and charisma, which is cool. As an action, you grant an ally within 5 hit points recovery equal to one of their hit die, plus their level. You may perform this action once, and then must finish a short or long rest before you can use it again. No hit dice are expended to grant this hit point recovery. That's good. So I use an action. Hit die plus level. Yeah, not bad. Um, Commands. You can use your actions to increase the effectiveness or recovery of your allies. Commands. You learn Galvanize, Maneuver, and Strike commands, plus 2 additional commands of your choice. Learn additional commands. Command points. You have 3 or more command points. A command point is expended when you use it. You gain all of your command points. Bond of Friendship. At 2nd level, you may have 3 active bonded allies. Okay! These allies gain extra benefits and can benefit from commands that target only bonded allies. That's interesting. Circle of Friends. When you begin play, choose up to 3 willing creatures to treat as bonded allies. Later, as a downtime activity, taking 3 days, choose up to 3 willing creatures to build a relationship with so that you may add them to the list of potential bonded allies. This doesn't require extra expenses beyond normal living costs. You may select a different set of bonded allies from creatures you have established a relationship with after each long rest. That's weird. I like it. Beginning at 5th level, you have the option to spend hit dice for a hit point recovery for yourself or an ally as an action. That's good. You may immediately spend up to half your level in available hit dice. So as I was saying before, having a reason to use hit dice is nice, and I like it. Alright, yet another the Warlord. Is this Judy? Jody. Jody Lee. Hit dice! Exclamation mark. What if I should add lots of reviews? That is sort of a thing to consider, I think. Alright, we're not looking at higher levels. Doesn't seem like they have extra attacks. That's just fine. Archetypes. Okay, this is going to get a little... I'm not going to look at Cavalier. You treat your mount as a bonded ally. I like that. I'm not going to do Mounted Diplomat. You are a shrewd diplomat, allowing you to gain the confidence of others and spur your allies to action. You gain the following. Bit of proficiency persuasion. You have additional command points equal to your charisma bonus. Okay. Opportunistic strike as an extra command. Immunity. While you're wearing no armor and not wielding a shield, your AC equals 10 plus your dex modifier plus your charisma. Okay. When attacking you, foes hesitate in deference to your status. That's cool. That I like. Cha as defense in the diplomat. It's probably not quite the flavor that I wanted for this character, but it is pretty rad for some other types. I've always kind of wanted to play like a diplomat rogue. This is kind of neat. You can use the help. You can use help as a bonus action when using help to grant advantage on attack. You can target an enemy up to 30 feet away? Huh? You can use help as a bonus action, and when using help to grant advantage on an attack, you can target... That's fucked up. Help as bonus and 30 feet away. That's too good. That is very good. Giving your allies a constant advantage is like banana pancakes. Beast Handler, don't really care about. There's a rogue subclass can do that. Oh, that's cool. Do I have rogue up still? Like Mastermind, maybe? Yep. Okay, so got it. So it's just that. That's fine. That feels less broken. Jennifer is playing a rogue in a thing that we're doing up ahead, and we were looking at this. It was like really cool, but I was like, yeah, maybe not for like what we're going for. And it is good to be reminded that there are some official contents that are that feel broken, you know. keep everything in perspective, which is nice. All right. Academy of Medicine Healer. Healer can be fun. You're an able physician allowing you to mend wounds. You gain the following benefits. You gain proficiency in medicine. That makes sense. See, remember that last one? It's like you had just gotten this. You know how to craft healing kits and resuscitation? Okay. That seems really good. For some reason. I'm just gonna... 5 gold pieces. Fuck around and heal and make herbalism. Oh wait, that's herbalism. Is healing kit not a thing? Maybe that's how I had. You can now, you know how to craft healing kits or resuscitation kits. You may add your tactical bonus to abilities instead of inspiration bonus. I don't know what that means. When you use a healer's kit to stabilize a dying creature, that creature also regains your tactical bonus. As an action, you can spend 1 use of a healer's kit to tend a creature. Okay. Creature restore 1d6 plus your tactical bonus. What's their tactical bonus? Is that command points? Wonder if was tactical bonus a thing and they forgot to control A? Oh, that's right. You have a basic command bonus, a tactical bonus. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so it's just kind of flavoring your charisma and stuff. That seems overly confusing. But also, it's like something that we already kind of do, you know? Weird. Neat. Maybe. Academy of Music, Scald. You have additional command points equal to a charisma bonus. That's neat. Gain proficiency in 2 instruments. While playing your instrument, all allies within 30 feet who can hear you do additional damage equal to your command bonus on attacks and spells which normally deal damage. You can combine playing in the attack, see below. Dash, You cannot use a shield or hide and play your instrument. I'm playing my instrument, but I'm hiding and I stealth. Haha. You can attack with an unarmed strike, your instrument, or draw and throw a light weapon or dart while continuing to play your instrument. That's why they're talking about the drummer that was throwing their sticks out. That's pretty cool. Weird. Academy of Officers, Commander. You offer motivational words. Person you have in heavy armor. You know the protection, great when fighting, dueling, or... Okay. Did this one not start with fighting styles? No. Okay. So Commander gets a little bit of that fighter flavor. You may add your tactical bonus to your abilities instead of your inspiration bonus. Okay. So, huh? Okay, whatever. Okay, I think that just means you take int instead of charisma for this one, right? You can spend 10 minutes inspiring your companions, shoring up the resolve to fight. When you do so, choose up to 6 friendly creatures. So this is just the leader feat, right? With 30 feet, each creature you gain temporary hit points equal to your level and inspiration bonus. A creature can't gain... I think that's just the leader feat. I think. Let's find out. Inspiring reader. Yes. Okay, so that makes sense. It totally makes sense that they would incorporate a feat into a class, right? Your bonded allies gain a +2 initiative bonus if they can see and hear you. Okay, that's great. That's an old 4A thing. All right, basic commands. Galvanize. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to expend 1 command point to bolster the resolve of one of your companions. When you do so, choose a friendly creature within 30 feet who can see or hear you. That creature gains temporary hit points. Maneuver. As a bonus action, you can spend 1 command point. Maneuver one of your comrades in a more advantageous position. Choose a bonded ally who can see or hear you. That creature can move. That's hilarious. Strike. You can forego one of your attacks to direct one of your bonded allies you can see or hear to strike. That creature can immediately use its reaction to make 1 melee or ranged weapon attack. Okay, I think that's just Commander's Strike, right? Commander's Strike, I get it. Interesting. Optional commands. What does that mean? I guess I can learn some more of these. Alright, I have no idea, man. This one's so weird. Also, it mentions multiple attacks, but I don't think this has... Oh, extra attack. Okay. At 6th level. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I don't even know. This one's weird. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff with this one, but I'm not even positive here anymore. My brain's melting with possibilities here. Yeah, I don't know. This one just has so many words that I'm just like, I don't know. And so many, like, what was it? Inspiration, bonus, tactical bonus, things like that. Felt like they should have picked one thing and just said you can use your intelligence for your command. It should be command bonus, right? I don't know. What do I know? I like that it adds some more equipment. That's pretty cool. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. That was just so weird and kind of busy. So, yeah, lots of text is a con, so too many word, too many, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Not features, but like traits? I don't know. Well, not important. Basically, like, you shouldn't have 3 or 4 different, like, bonuses. Let's go to the next one, though. The Warlord class. Commander of Battle. Ooh, baby. This is by Taylor Kane. 2 reviews, 3.5 stars. Not highly bought. Well, that's okay. I haven't really been keeping track of which ones we've liked the most. Yeah, the formatting's bad. It's too busy on that last one. So, but you know what? It's part of the cost of doing business when you are doing DM's Guild stuff. Sometimes they're not as, you know, clean. But that's okay. It is okay. Okay, now this one, though, Commander of Battle, I'm sure is going to be good. Take on the role of a commander in battle and allow your charisma, yes, and battlefield tactics to win the day. A 5th edition class carrying over a 4th edition favorite. The class comes with 6 archetypes and many options for your own unique Warlord. Updated April 19th? 4th. April 4th. Wonder if Taylor has read some of these other ones. Taylor Kane. What else have you done, Taylor Kane? Let's look. Escape from the slave pits. Fun. Wild Magic Surge table. I like that. That's cute. Love the Wild Magic Surges. I agree with them. Seems okay. They make a lot of stuff. A lot of good reviews. So I'm inspired. I'm hopeful. I'm excited. The Warlord, Commander of Battle. Having come from the background of 4th edition, I've always... Ooh, I love an introduction, too. I've always longed for return of the 4th edition's Warlord class of 5e, as time has gone on, many of my friends have wanted to run a Warlord in 5th edition. There have been several cool archetypes I've seen people make for fighters, but not a true Warlord class. In this resource, I've created my own take on the class based on how I remember the Warlord's feeling and what I've seen others try. I hope you enjoy it and can get that old Warlord feel out of it. I love it. Legal stuff. Beautiful. Balance, tip for playing, and feedback. Okay, this is already very professional. I'm going to put professional here. Balance. Regard to the game balance, I've done my best here to try to make sure this class isn't entirely overpowered or anything, but there is a good chance that some component of the class is busted. If you find this to be the case, feel free to change it in order to better fit your group. Okay. One of the biggest things you need to keep in mind when playing Warlord is that that you are going to be working with others and somewhat telling them what to do. Granting them attacks and organizing them to do tactical strikes can come off as bossy if your fellow players aren't used to such things. Make sure your fellow players understand what this class is about and what you aren't going to rub people, and that you aren't going to rub people the wrong way with this class. I've seen it happen before. In addition, much like the fighter class, this class is pretty combat oriented. If you're playing in a game where you never once roll initiative, this probably isn't the best class for you. Just heads up. That rules. I love that. That's awesome. Great tips section on how to not be an ass. And yes, Tim Lanning, I could certainly see you struggle with this. Let's be honest. Warlord. Above the cries of battle, the clang of swords, a voice calls out. The man's words are confident and powerful, having all the strength of a shield and blade behind them. Upon hearing the call of their warlord, the soldiers are able to muster their strength and push for victory. An elf astride a mighty steed. Has someone already said? Is this stolen? Surveys the battlefield. I ain't trying to narc. Okay, not the same. Similar. Elves love writing things. That's just a fact. An elf the dwarf cries to his fellow soldiers as they push into a horde of orcs, axes and hammers swinging with fervor and zeal. Victory is surely close at hand. This really seems. It seems similar. I'm not gonna look this up. I'm ignoring it and moving on. Commanding presence. A warlord is not simply another fighter swinging his weapon about with mighty swipes. Although warlord is part of the battle, he is not simply a participant, but a leader among those. Warlords can often be seen among the chaos of war, calling out orders to those around them. Their decisions in battle can greatly shift the outcome of any confrontation. Alright, this is just fluff stuff, right? Creating a warlord. Making a warlord, you should consider the legend of the path. This one is similar to... Is it this one? I said I was going to stop. First charisma. Good. Good. Soldier background makes sense. Strength makes sense. That's good to see. 1d8 per warlord level. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them have been d8s. One was 2d4, which is kind of cute. Some of them have been D10s. What's a fighter? Yeah, fighter's D10. A cleric is D8. So I'm fine with D8. D8 makes sense to me. I think a fighter should have more hit points than a warlord. That's where my heart is. What about a rogue? What's a rogue get? These little babies. D8. Okay, yeah. Tools, none. Ooh, God. What am I gonna do? Ability range. Unless otherwise stated, Warlord abilities and features have a range equal to 15 feet times your charisma modifier minimum of 1. That's cool. I like that. Commander Strike. You know how to motivate your allies and drive them to fight once per round. Rather than making an attack with your attack action, you may forego one of those attacks on your turn and have a willing ally within range make a single attack. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is it doesn't require a bonus action. That's good. I think as we're reading more of them, it's coming down to like, how do they handle Commander Strike? What is their gimmick? What is their superiority dice? Are they just a fighter or not? Which, I think I do want to, lean closer to fighter than anything else. Yeah, and I'm hoping this one does temporary hit points. All right, you get fighting style. I think that's good. I think having fighting style is chill and good. I mean, 4th edition has a like a he was like an archer, but I guess you just choose archer things. Love to read 4th edition. Scrolling. I don't really think I need to do this, but it's... remember Paragon Paths, friends? Do you remember Paragon Paths? That stuff shit. And the good shit. Oh, boy. I have to click off this because I'll stare at it all day. Alright. Alright. Alright, proficiency bonus doesn't seem to have any bullshit, any sort of like extra +2 commander feelings. Inspiring word. Alright, we got a good Commander Strike. Let's see how this inspiring word works. Starting at 2nd level, you're able to bolster your allies through your words and confidence on the battlefield. As a bonus action, you may choose one friendly creature within range that can hear you. That creature gains temporary hit points equal to your Warlord level. Okay. These temporary hit points last for 1 minute. Interesting. You may use this feature a number of times equal to your Cha. You're getting only a long rest. Okay, so giving someone... Excuse me. Giving someone 2 hit points, right? Obviously not a lot, but it's a bonus action. And Commander Strike doesn't require a bonus action. So, yeah. So unless there's like other things that are... You're going to be able to do it 4 times a day. I'm kind of averaging modifier 4. Maybe I should be lowering that. Yeah, maybe I should be averaging... So 3 or 4, I think we're you kind of got to get to level 8, or get 18 points, right? You don't have to, especially for a class like this that might be a little horny for strength too. Okay. It's good. The problem with temporary hit points, though, is it doesn't bring your pals up from the dead or from unconscious, as far as I know. But cool, though. And, +2 damage that, gets taken away first and doesn't need to be healed is always going to be good. So, I won't kick them out of bed for eating crackers. Skip this 8-minute song. Archetype. At 3rd level, you choose an archetype that epitomizes your methods on the battlefield. This is a summation of your techniques, leadership, and tactics. Choose between Bravura Warlord, Inspiring Warlord, Insightful Warlord, Resourceful Warlord, Skirmishing Warlord, and Tactical Warlord. All detailed to the end. I am usually a little nervous when these supplements have so many subclasses. It's like, just chill, brother. Beginning at 3rd level, you're able to analyze the countless battles you have fought to craft strategy for victory. At 3rd level, you know 2 tactics from the tactics list. I assume tactics are going to be maneuvers. Let's find out. Okay, so they're kind of like spells. That's neat. I like that. I guess one of these subclasses gets a lot more. Cute. On your turn, when you take the attack action, you may forego any number of your attacks to use a tactic. The amount of attacks you forego must meet the cost of the tactic. You may only use a particular tactic once per round. If the tactic requires a saving throw to DCs, da, da, da. Okay, interesting. That's an interesting wrinkle. Instead of using like a pool or whatever. Wait.
Hello, did you sneeze, little Lucy? Are you a sneezy girl? Yes, you are. You sneezed. Who's a baby? Who's a baby that sneezed?
Okay, so tactics you can do. Am I reading this right? It seems like you can do infinite tactics. Which is fine, because we'll just have to make sure they're not broken. If they're not broken, that this is going to be good, because the whole thing is, I never want to attack, so I take the attack action, and then I make you do whatever. So far, so good. So far, this one's pretty good. I like it. Ability score, normal. Extra attack at 5th. Okay, yeah, and we're just going up to level 5. Let's scroll down to the tactics, I guess. Real quick. Tactic list. Listen here the various tactics that a warlord may select when they gain tactics as denoted in the warlord table. Alright, so aid from afar requires 2. So that means 2 attacks, so you won't be able to even use this until 5th level. So that's an advantage. That's good. Ambush. Choose a friendly creature within range. That creature may expend their reaction to take the hide action. Okay. Jesus, Bastion of Defense. What is it? That's, if I'm reading that correctly, you have to use all 3 of your attacks, which just makes sense, because again, taking the attack action means all of your, means you get attacked this number of times. So other classes that have features can't take the attack action. So this seems worse, but it's actually just flexible, which again, I like flexibility. But it is kind of, it's an interesting mechanic. It's like you can't use these until you're level 13 or whatever. Until the start of your next turn, you and friendly creatures fall within range, gain 1 to AC, an additional 1 to AC for each allied creature within 10 feet. Okay. So if that's like you and your bros, is that like +4? I don't know. But that's, I mean, that's your entire action, your entire attack action. But then you can bonus action, make someone else do, or do whatever. Inspiring word. Battlefield aid, you can use the help action. And is this at range? I'm starting to get, I'm starting to forget which one we're, which ability range. Okay, so basically, that makes sense to me. You take the help action, but it's at 30 feet, which is good. And you know, but at level 1, you're not able to attack, right? That's how I'm reading it. Battlefield medicine. Choose a friendly creature within 5 feet that has 0 hit points. They gain hit points equal to charisma. That's good. Yeah, so this one is you trade your, if you take the attack action, you trade one of your attacks for maneuver. And the fact that Battlefield medicine, hit points equal to charisma modifier, which means you can bring people up and then give them temporary hit points on top of that. I like this one a lot so far. I might need people to, like, I'd much rather, like, I feel like the Warlord should exist with, like, constantly giving people 2 or 3 hit points, right? Or I guess 4 hit points. And it's somewhat consistent. Things like that. Isn't there's like the Warlock that keeps, the Blade Pack Warlock has, like, higher AC with a blade and then gets temporary hit points. Temporary hit points are good, and we should have more of them. Call shot. Choose a friendly creature within range. The next ranged attack that creature makes ignores disadvantage. Okay. Yeah, I mean, how many? Yeah, okay. And again, remember, you're only going to know a handful of these. So sometimes I'm looking at these and I'm like, oh god, I have 45 things. Close ranks. Choose friendly creature within range. They gain +1 to their AC for each friendly creature within 5 feet of them. Alright, here's what you do. Go to town. Slap a fat wad of silver on the bench, table, at the bar. Tell everyone, hey, motherfuckers, we're going out to Goblin Town. You need to hold the shield, hold the second shield, do nothing except for stand next to my good buddy, Kralgar the Merciless. Well, I guess you could only get a maximum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess theoretically, if you walked as a phalanx, right, you could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 AC. Like, but that's perfect. That's a perfect thing, and that probably wouldn't happen. But I like the idea of that. This is my allied creature. Choose a friendly creature within range. They get +1 to their AC for each friendly creature. I just trained a pack of rats to follow me. I have higher AC. Thank you. I am the Rat King. Okay, creating a Rat King Warlord now sounds good to me. Choose a creature within 5 feet as disadvantage on the next dexterity saving throw. That's good. I mean, yeah, you're buffing, right? If you know that your wizard is going to shoot fireball, do that. Like, hey, and this is like roleplay stuff, right? This is stuff that I think you should be allowed to do that maybe won't be able to. Thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription, CB2211. Some of these things I think you should be able to do mechanically anyways, you know? Like, hey, DM, can I, like, sacrifice all my actions to become to distract them? I mean, giving them disadvantage is probably not within the purview of what the DM wants, but, you know, it's a cool thing. Go for the legs! Should have been go for the eyes. You are a friendly creature within range. Make a special melee attack to shove a creature, either to knock it prone or push it away from you. Instead of making an attack roll, you make a strength athletics check, contested by the target's strength athletics or dexterity. The target chooses the ability. If you win the contest, you either knock the person prone. What? No. It's I like to see the message. We love to see it. We love to see it. Thank you so much, CB. All right, so that is just the 4th edition was like Bull Rush. What is it in 5th edition again? Shove? What is it? It's like, is it shove? Am I thinking the word shove? I'm just gonna keep saying shove. Shove. Using the attack action, you may make a special melee attack to shove a creature, either to knock it prone or push it away from you. The attack must be no more than a... Yeah, okay, so this is a shove, but at range. Right? No, melee. But the thing is, you can tell someone else to do it. And they don't use their reaction to do it. So your big dicked barbarian struts her ass up. You are like, they attack and they do a lot of damage. We all love it. And then you have the barbarian make them fall down because they're strong, and then on the next turn they have advantage theoretically, right? Yeah, Josh, you're right. And the fact that they specifically call out that your warlord abilities get farther as you get better. Let me read that again because I think that's really neat. 15 times your charisma. I love the idea that the charisma is just how loud. As we all know, from the Tim Lanning school of charisma, the louder you are, the more charismatic you are. We can all agree that's how charisma works. I'm not being attacked. Interposing. I'm only reading the ones for the most part because, well, whatever. Interposing maneuvers until the start of your next turn. You or a willing creature may spend their reaction to become the target. That's good. Yeah, that's really good. Choose a willing creature within range. It moves up to half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Obviously good. Pincer attack. Make an attack against and adjacent creature. Then another friendly creature adjacent to the target can make an attack against the same target. Okay. Why would you not do that every time? In a situation, so I guess IMHO. This does not. This pincer attack is probably too strong. There might be other things I'm not thinking of, but it's a free commander strike, right? Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, and we're assuming one attack. Right. So it's like, why would you ever commander strike? Is it only melee? Oh, yeah, it is only melee because it's adjacent. So it's tactical, which I like, but it's probably too good. Yeah. So if you're in melee with a bud, this is just too good. This should be 2 IMHO. Oh yeah, I mean that's the thing is like a warlord or a battlemaster's. You only take commander strike on a battlemaster if you have a rogue or barbarian, I think, or something like that. Because it would make more sense to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna make my attack, right? Let me look at that battlemaster again because I like to. When you take the attack action on your turn, you go one of your attacks and use a bonus. So yeah, you have normal battlemaster. The problem is that you do both. It's both your attack and bonus, and yeah, you get to add your superiority dice to it, and that's nice. Don't get me wrong. And oftentimes superiority dice actually is, the same amount of your weapon, but still. I see why it's there. It's balanced. You don't want it to be too good, but I can't think of. Yeah, for the most part, you're just always going to use this, and I don't like situations, a sly flourish situation where you're just always going to use it. That's fine, whatever. A friendly creature within range may move up, and this is a DM's Guild thing, so I would just be like, hey, can I use this? I'm not going to pick pincer attack, and most likely, as I said before, I'd probably try to be range so that people can't hurt me. A friendly creature within range may move up to its speed, provoking. Okay, so this one you can move completely, but you provoke. The other one is half, but not provoke. I think that's cool. Taunt. A creature within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or use its reaction, its speed towards you. Provoking opportunity attacks. What? A creature within range must succeed. Okay, so saving throw, or use its. A creature within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or use its reaction. Its speed towards you, provoking opportunity attacks. Okay, so Yeah, yeah. It's basically saying if it fails, it has to run at you, which is fine. Viper Strike. Choose a friendly creature within range until the start of your next turn. The target may take opportunity attacks against creatures that move within 5 feet of it. Huh? That is one here. Man, reading 4th edition abilities now is like Greek to me. Hit 1 weapon plus strength. Increase damage to 2 weapon plus strength modifier. Oh, okay. Effect. If the target shifts before... Okay. For the start of your next turn, it provokes opportunity actions. So I can see what they're going. Choose a friendly creature within range. Until the start of your next turn, the target may take opportunity attacks against creatures that move within 5 feet of it. Okay, so that's like that polearm feat, right? Polearm Master? Yeah, injury. So okay, it's the same except for it's 5 feet specifically. All right, number 2s. Okay, that's cool. Lots of neat maneuvers. I was like, did I spell that right? I was like, there's no way I'm spelling this right. Just say tactics. Because they all use different words. Okay, let's look at subclasses. But I think so far this is my favorite. It doesn't feel broken. And I think it would just be like, just don't take pincer tactics or whatever. That's fine to me. I think being like, hey man, hey DM. It's that whole thing of, it's like when you negotiate with your parents on Christmas or what have you. You're just like, I didn't ask for a PlayStation 5 for Christmas, so this Nintendo Switch should simply be a no-brainer type situation. It's a good tactic, and I agree with it. Stand of the Fallen. I love that. Beginning at 18th level, you're able to bring your fellow soldiers back from the brink of death, calling them to finish the fight. I like it. I think something else has that, right? We've entered the Google zone. Lizard folk, that's right. Just kidding. Maybe that's a different name. All right. Is there anything else? Yeah, I'm not going to look at anything after 5. Strategist archetypes. They can hear me because my charisma's so high, and charisma equals shout. Duh. Archetypes. Bravura. The Bravura Warlord is one of high risk, high reward. Your daring attacks and aggressive maneuvers allow allies that are bold enough to seize victory from the jaws of defeat. Potentially great cost. Please give me that weird crit thing. Starting when you select this archetype, you know the danger of the attack, but you can't let a good opportunity pass. When you use Commander Strike feature, your target has advantage on the attack roll until the end of your until the end of your next turn. The next attack roll made against you has advantage. All right, that's just a reckless attack, but with you switch it. You switch it. That's cool. I think that's fine. I think things like that are fine. Like they taking something that exists. And sometimes when you take things that exist and add it with other things that exist, then you break the game, but whatever. Taking something that exists, reckless attack that barbarians have, right? And shifting the advantage around, that makes total sense. I love that. It gives you a reason for the DM to be like, I'm going to take you out first. Or something like that. I don't know, whatever. Did I read that right? I did not read that right. When you use your Commander Strike feature, your target has advantage in the attack roll. Until the end of your next turn, the next attack roll made against your target has advantage. Huh? Oh, your target. Wait, when you use Commander Strike, your target has advantage. Okay, got it. Slightly confusing. You just give someone reckless attack. That's fine too. Okay, and this one only gets like one thing. Not like 5 things when you select a subclass. That's fine. Because again, as I've said before, we're essentially picking the fighter subclass Battlemaster and just making it more juicy. So yeah, Bravura is basically you give ally reckless attack. If the hostile creature chooses to do so, a willing. All right, so this is that thing. Is this from something else, or is this person stealing from other people? Collaborating, maybe. Let me actually look in the legals, see if they're like, hey. That's very this. I don't know if that's like another thing. That's pretty fucking close, you know. Has anyone ever heard of the? Okay, this is a little different. So, let me. I'm not gonna read the whole thing because I'm not gonna get to level 7, but I'm just kind of curious. I'm moving on. Insightful Warlord. Oh, as the archetypical insightful Warlord, you lead through careful observation and understanding of your enemies. You read the battlefield and the world around you as the outcome were already determined. So this one probably needs wisdom. It says insight. I don't know. Starting when you select this archetype, you can see your enemy's strikes before they even begin to move, and you'll alert your allies to the coming danger. When you use your Commander Strike feature, your target gains a bonus to their AC against the next attack roll equal to your Charisma. Okay, that's cool. I guess maybe this is why you wouldn't use Pincer Attack, but the game design idea that it's like you don't use this really good thing because you have another good thing is good, but it's not as, I don't know, compelling to me. When I see something that's too good, I just want to use it. So I don't want anything to be too good. But having other things that are good is fine, you know. But usually the best thing is to drop the monster. But whatever, it's neither here nor there. That's cool. Inspiring Warlord. The archetype of Inspiring Warlord that leads by exhortation, encouragement, and inspiration. Starting to select this archetype when you use your Inspiring Word feature. The temporary hit points they gain are instead your Warlord level plus twice your proficiency bonus. Okay. So the original one. Okay, yeah, that's good. Because the original Inspiring Word for this one is just your level 2. So at level 2, it goes, instead of, or at level 3, it's 5? Wait. Too many words. Warlord level plus twice your proficiency bonus. Okay, so I'm level 3. My proficiency bonus is 2. So I'm doing, you know, yeah. 7? Consistently? When does it go up? Alright. That's good. And yeah, 7 temporary HP every turn as a bonus action. That's good. That's good. But it also doesn't feel like horribly broken. But maybe it is. I don't know. It's one of those things that like doesn't heal them. So yeah. An archetypical resourceful warlord does not limit themselves to a singular set of tactics. Rather, they employ a vast array of techniques that allow a fluid response to whatever situation they come across. Resourceful presence. Starting when you select this archetype, whatever way the tides of the battle may turn, you are ready to react to it. When you use Commander Strike feature, your target gains a bonus to the damage roll equal to your Charisma modifier. Alternatively, you may give your target temporary hit points equal to Charisma modifier. What? That's cool. Okay. Weird. I'm into it. Skirmishing Warlord. As a skirmishing Warlord, you scoff at the idea that your commander should lead from the front lines. To you, it makes much more sense to command from the rear and provide support in called shots from the distance. I like that. Starting when you select this archetype, you know how to hit an enemy and move away without them being able to follow up, and you impart that knowledge to your allies. When you use Commander Strike feature after making its attack, your target may move up to half its speed without provoking attacks of opportunity. That's good. Archer Warlord. When you select this archetype at 3rd level, you may immediately change your fighting style to archery. Fighting style is described in the playing handbook. You also gain proficiency with simple ranged and martial range weapons. In addition, your Warlord abilities and features now have a range of 20 feet times your Charisma modifier. Holy crap! And yeah, that's what my friend did, was Archer Warlord. And that was neat. How do you be Archer? How do you be? I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe that's a subclass on a different player's handbook. I don't know. Tim, stop looking at this. Okay. That's cool. I like it. Tactical Warlord. Yeah, I think you're right, Jessica. The archetypal tactical warlord is one whose strategies involve quick commands and limitless number of strategies for every foreseeable battle. As a tactical warlord, you will never find yourself in a situation you don't have a plan for. So true. When you select this archetype, you read the battlefield as easily as your own name, and you can communicate that to your allies around you. When you use your commander strike feature, your target gains a bonus to the attack roll. Okay, that's really good. Assuming +3, +4. That's great. That's great. Okay. Well, that's this one. So, yeah, so yeah, I think for this one, the Warlord class by Taylor Kane, so far I think is my favorite because it doesn't feel broken. I feel like if you get rid of Pincer or whatever, you're fine. Even then, whatever, just don't use it as much. Because you don't get that many tactics, so you got to choose between other ones. Yeah, this one's pretty good. I kind of want to see what the ratings say. Is there any reviews? 0 reviews, 2 ratings. Okay. I have to go back to real work. We have 3 more Warlords to look at. Maybe a 4th, because don't turn my computer off. Because we have, I think I bought another one that a little bit ago. So I need to see if I have any of those. So there might be 3 or 4 more, but we're not going very fast. So, I think it's a fun way to talk about game design and stuff like that. Let me know who you think is your favorite so far. Smash that like and subscribe button. Bye, Laser. Where you gonna jump? I kind of real quick want to see if I can find that Archer Warlord because I'm a fool. Okay, that was just... Why you keep jumping up? This is baby. Remember Avengers? Those were cool. Wardens? That's cool. Backgrounds? That's cool. Please don't break anything, kitty cat. Forgotten Realms Player's Guide. Man, 4th edition, so fucked up. Too many things. Martial Power 1. It's probably in this one. $100. Cannot type. The cat is me.
This is a boy.
Look how cool they are. Bravura! Wow, they did not make that word up. I like it. Did they steal all the words? I think stealing from wizards is fine. So that must be like a... That crit thing must be something, right? Resourceful. Okay. Interesting. We're learning so much. All right, it's not in there. Martial Power 2? Is it in here? $80. Whisper Knife. Okay. Insightful Warlord, Skirmishing Warlord. Yeah. Skirmishing must be the archer one. Yeah, right here. Boop. Cool. All right. All right. We figured out. Stop it, kitty. Stop. He's like, let me move the PDF. Isn't that right, Laser? He said yes. All right. Thanks, everybody. We had more fun. I might do one more of these. What day is it? Some other time. I don't know. All right. Thanks again.